Hi there, welcome to Dad's Voice. Today's a short introduction video on the current situation that I am in. I will admit I have had a current past, I have been to prison, and I have had a few suicide attempts, but that does not affect my ability as a father and the love that I have for my children. So, I have a 10-year-old and I have a 2-year-old. I have a court order for my 10-year-old, which I obtained a few years ago, and it did take me a few years to obtain. The court order has now been broken and contact has stopped. I'm not here to go into details to point blame or point fingers, but I will get onto the topic of court orders later on my channel. So please stay tuned for court orders. My 2-year-old, I've not seen him for about a year now, and yet his mother does not stop me seeing him. Me and his mother had a volatile, toxic relationship, and she says I could see my child, but it's on her terms and around her. We do not get on. We do not see eye to eye, so I don't want to be around in an ill-feeling situation around my son. So, again, compromise for children, third parties, contact centres, more topics that I will be getting to. But there's got to be a way around it. But my mental health at the moment, I'm not strong enough to engage in arguments, battles, wars, name-calling, so on. I'm not there yet. That is why I'm seeking help from professionals for mental health. So, like I said, my aim with the channel is to raise awareness, obviously mental health, suicide. I want to get court orders, birth certificates, a whole range of stuff really. So, like I said, not here for arguments, not here for point scoring, not here for name calling. I'm here for awareness and to bring awareness and help bring families back together. Re-establish bonds with fathers, mothers, children, so on and so forth. My close friend is in a current situation the same as me, where he does not see his child, but he is on a total million miles away from the current situation I am in. He will explain that to you shortly. I'd like to welcome Luke to my channel, Dad's Voice. He is going to tell you a little bit about his situation with his child. So, please, Luke.
Thanks, Ian. So, a little bit about my situation. I've got a 3-year-old child, and I met his mom while I was travelling a few years ago. So she moved to the UK on a spouse visa, and I haven't seen my son now for coming up to 1 year. My wife actually left the country and took my son with her while I was at work. So she actually left the country without permission, which is actually considered kidnapping. But while she was here, because she moved to the UK, I think the struggle for her was the cultural differences. So the relationship started to break down, and despite that, we both have a lot of love for our son, and we gave him a really good, supportive environment to be in. Like I said, unfortunately, she's left the country. And what that means for me is I don't get to see him and I don't have contact with him. And legally, there's no options for me. In the UK, if your child is taken to another country and he's out of the country for more than 6 weeks, if you're the legal parent and he or she has got a British passport, then the other parent actually has to give written permission to take your child out of the country. And in terms of my options, the only thing I can do is go to the High Court, and to do that, realistically, you need a barrister, which costs about £50,000. Now, if you win the case, you can take a court order to the foreign country, but if the country does not have a unilateral agreement with the UK, then really the piece of paper is not worth what it's been written upon. So for me, not seeing my child is a daily struggle. I've got to go to work and continue to earn a living and put on a brave face. And honestly, I've been impacted by really horrible thoughts, and on a day-to-day basis, it's just a real struggle. So I really want my child back, and I'd love to see him and speak to him. But unfortunately, yeah, I'm in this position and it's difficult to see a way out of it. But for anyone else who's out there that's watching this, please get in contact with us. Please drop your comments, and we want to be here as a support network for you.
Yeah, like I said, it's about awareness. my friend here, he works hard. He's struggling with mental health, but luckily he's a bit stronger minded than some people, and he's battling on well. So again, anybody out there that's struggled or is suffering in the same kind of situation that my friend is here, please drop something on our channel, and we will try and help out on try and work with yourselves to come up with solutions, or not even a solution, but ways that we could try and maybe put pressure on government. Who knows?
Yeah.
That's what I said. This channel here now is to help and raise awareness. So please get in touch if you suffer with anything that we've been talking about today. Again, Dad Voice will be covering a lot more topics to come. So please stay tuned for more. And again, like and subscribe and get us with your comments. Thank you.